I think the last time we got an error and it was
I hope
fine.
so. Hi, this is Maureen Tara Nelson, MTN Matchmaking with my brother Brian.
The elusive
who
Brian.
hasn't been around at MTN Matchmaking, and all of our clients are going crazy.
Well,
Hello.
I explained, first of all, hello everyone. And I explained when I signed up for this gig, I said, Brian's work schedule is crazy. So when he's home, when he's home, I want to be home and not work. And when he's off, when he's working, I'll work. So he's off, he works and then he's off for a long stretch of time. So he was just off for like 3 days. So I didn't want to work. So these past 3 days I did not work. So I didn't look at the emails or anything. But that was what I explained in the beginning, and I probably did not explain it
not
enough
enough for our clients.
But the last 3 days,
it's okay with me, but for our clients.
So all those emails went all unanswered. So I apologize for that. If you're waiting on an answer,
and thank you all for your patience. If you're watching, hi Cindy.
Yes, that is.
Hi Michelle. I hope you're watching too.
That is my error. Error. ERROR, not ERA. Error and error. That's one of those words that I get talked about that I say the same way. So anyway, when he is off, I want to be off, and we went to Louisiana again to the casino. We went Tuesday, Wednesday. We came home last night. 2 weeks. Well, we went 2 weeks ago. No, it wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. But it was fun. It was an impromptu thing, and we got the comp room. It was totally free, and it was so much fun. It's like 2.5 hours away. And it's so much fun, and I really can't pass that up. So all those emails, that went unanswered, that is on me. But I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll see how Event works with our 2,000 clients. Okay, so today, because of all the extra stress of being behind in emails, because I just hate that feeling, because I'm also doing my appointments, and I have so many appointments lined up for the whole weekend. So I'll be working the whole weekend, which I want to, obviously. And it's for singles that are busy, this is a great time for them. They need this time to interview. So I'm just a little extra stressed because of that. So I had to go to Target to pick up something. So I had to, when I get stressed, I eat. So last week I was celebrating the lowest weight that I was at for a while. So to celebrate.
What a way to prepare. What a way to
so cotton candy,
reward yourself.
Ice cream, as I'll be interviewing and matching, and I still have 100 matches to still send out. Then as I'm there at Target, I have to buy these cookies, thinking as I'm celebrating, if anyone wants to meet in person, I'll go to the Melville office. So I'll bring these cookies. But I ended up eating 5 cookies in Target, and they're red and they're blue. So the cashier at Target said, "Miss, you have blue all over your face."
Oh no! Oh no!
And it was all over my hands. This is dye. This color. So I looked. It was all over. I looked trash. So then I thought.
Oh, that's so.
What am
funny.
I in the mood for Facebook Live Friday? Nope, that wasn't enough.
I was going to say that didn't take care of your
not
mood.
enough. So usually I'll have some sort of iced coffee. So I'm like, this one looks good. I'm going to put it in the freezer. Then I'm like, wait. This one also looks good. Maybe I'll do this one. Then I'm like, no, wait. I haven't haven't seen caramel flavor in a long time. I'll get all 3 of them. So I put 3 in the freezer for just now. I've opened up 2. I don't know which one I like the best. And then, of course, I have to have my water just for show. No, worse.
So you have 5 items
today. I put the 2-liter bottle of caffeine-free Diet Coke in, and that's what Brian heard before Facebook Live, me screaming.
Yeah, she went off. Yeah, she went off camera, and all of a sudden I hear this blood-curdling scream. I thought somebody jumped through the window and grabbed her.
I opened up the bottle of the caffeine-free Diet Coke, which was frozen, thinking, all right, if it's frozen, I'll just get whatever liquid. It blasted up all over my face, all over me. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to drink. Fattening ice cream. And if I have 1 more of these, I will be so sick. I'm on such a sugar rush that sometimes, if that happens, I need to take a sugar nap. So
I don't know why you allow that to make you late, because we were a half hour late today. I think you should have came in dripping with Diet
all over my face.
Assigned.
I couldn't do my hair, so I said to Brian, I have to blow out my hair. I have to. And that's what he said. He wouldn't let me do it, and he said, I'll look beachy. So I wish I was at the beach. But
why don't you put it in the Pebbles ponytail, like all the way up?
Pebbles!
I like it down better.
That was so rude. Put it in Pebbles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
So.
I just hurt my elbow. Okay.
So we need to discuss when I'm actually going to be working with you.
Because our clients are getting mad. They love Brian.
Do you want me
but then how soon they turn when he doesn't get back to them.
Yeah, because when my Brian is off, I want to be home with them. I don't want to be, working, and that's what I'm retired. That's what I signed up for. I worked hard to leave New York and go to Texas and be a retired
you work way too hard. I'm so worried about you. I'm gonna have to come work with you. I'm gonna help you with everything, all the emails, taking care of all the clients, so you don't have to stress or worry. Because I'm so worried. Okay, yeah, I need next week off. Okay. Next week. Oh, I need the next 3 days off. Now, what did you used to do when other people did this?
Yes. Well, first of all, let me just say that's a 70% exaggeration level of what really happened. And yes, I did. Anytime I heard people like you telling me exactly what I did, like other people, I'd be like, get rid of them! How dare they sign up? This is a job!
Get rid of them to so many of my former employees. But the funny thing is, depending upon my mood, I might have been like, okay, you're fired, Brian.
Right. And then she come back to me and say, oh, I fired that one. I'm like, why? She was great. Like I completely turned.
So to all of the people I fired in the last 20 years, Brian just felt like telling me to fire you, and I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's on my shoulders too. I'm gonna wipe that off. So you didn't say one word about my new backdrop.
Very nice. So yes, did you actually go out and buy it, or was it always there?
No, we stole it from Brian's mother. We walked in. They, when I would we would go over there for dinner and stuff, and to visit them. I said, "Oh, I love that clock. I want it." Next thing I know, it's in our trunk.
Oh my God!
She got up on a ladder herself and took it down.
You're 6'4". You couldn't have reached up and got it for her.
You got to watch, when you get very generous people, when you say something to them and then, like, oh, I like your sweater. and then they take the sweater off their back and hand it to you. I mean, at that point, I'm like, oh no, like it was already down. And
now,
I can't say, I don't want to take that.
Actually, but yeah, it's okay. No, you can have it back.
No, actually, I love it. I always love the square clock, and that is
my new marketing company will be so happy that we don't have the dog mess as Brian's backdrop anymore.
Right.
And we have so many dating questions. So yeah, we will be answering all of your dating questions. Is Leah on by any chance?
But let's see. We're on a new. Well, I'm on my laptop, so I don't see the questions.
I'm going to choose these two to today. No. Okay.
I don't see any questions.
Yes.
But I have my own written questions that Ryan has he's gotten together from the clients and put together. And I'm really glad. So all your clients out there who are listening, I want you to continue sending in these questions that are not so like they're what do you call? Like they're general relationship questions. Not like what do I do? My boyfriend doesn't talk to me. Questions. These are real. The questions they're getting. I know, but they're expanding. Yeah. They're expanding the universe. So, like my favorite question, and I can't wait to get to it. And you know what? I'm going to get to it right now. I'm going to jump right away to number 9. No, don't. It's awkward for me, awkward for you, and triply awkward for them. Just let Glenda pick it up.
Today off.
All right, so I'm gonna jump right to number 9. What are your opinions on poor table manners? Are they a deal breaker? Table manners are subjective, and some people have never been exposed to it.
Okay.
I don't agree with that. I think we've all been exposed to proper. We've all been told proper table manners. I don't care who you are.
People, I won't say who, but I know people that have not.
No, I don't care.
My belief is the day you turn 21, regardless of how you were brought up or what you learned or didn't learn from your parents, it's up to you at 21 to learn these things. Do you know I hear my voice through your contraption, just so you know? Okay, so I will just keep talking.
Let's see, I don't know why.
Okay, but you have that on so that you can see the questions, right? If someone asks? Okay.
Yes.
Mute?
Right, but I have it on.
Well, actually, I'm not hearing it anymore, but I was hearing it. And it was scaring me. I'm like, who's that frightening voice? It's me.
Yes, Maureen Catherine is saying hello. Now I see the questions. Okay.
Maureen, I have to get to your trainer. Maureen. I'm waiting for it to turn to soup, and then I'm going to devour it. Oh, but I have a 7 p.m. appointment with like a very, very, very high-end person on Long Island. So I am really excited. Really, really, really excited. And I'm just sharing that with Maureen. So that's it. You can start on these questions. Go ahead. You go first.
All right. Now can we get back to the business at hand? What are my opinion on poor table manners? Table manners are extremely important. Extremely important. Number 1, do not talk with your mouth full. I can't stand those
I would eat a cookie right now with my mouth full. But if I eat 1 more sugar cookies,
and get the blue all over you,
I will go on a sugar attack and just be bouncing. I won't be able to sit.
And are they a deal breaker? To me, personally, yes, they were a deal breaker to poor table manners. If I went out to dinner with somebody and he was like shoveling the food in and talking and being rude to the wait staff and all that,
you already know someone that did that. for 10 years.
But,
he doesn't want to acknowledge it, but it's true.
I don't discuss that time in my life anymore. That was a learning experience. And I got a lot of not incidental. I got a lot of friends from that.
Actually, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me, but whatever.
I got. Oh. Maureen, Catherine is saying, I'm getting my hair done next week. Do you have extensions? She wants to know.
But I have to say a really funny story. When I first got separated, I did get extensions, and my hair was down to my waist. And then it grew, so I didn't need extensions anymore. But for the past 10 years,
I probably still say it.
Yeah,
I probably still say
it. Because you moved. Every day after that Brian sees me in person, every single time, you would think I would say it once and that would be it. He would say, yeah, nice extensions. And I'm like, I don't have extensions. And he literally, this brother literally would go up to my hair and yank it, not believing me. But no.
Or take the piece and then go like this and say, see, you didn't even
Okay, so Maureen, no, in fact, I wasn't able to blow dry my hair because I was running late. Brian wouldn't let me. But where are you getting your hair done? Because I need a color job. I use my Root cover-up, dark brown, to give myself highlights today. So ladies, if you want a very inexpensive way to give yourself highlights for the day, L'Oreal Root Touch-Up in a darker shade. Okay, go ahead. Question back to you.
All right.
Are you even going to ask me my answer, or is this Friday Facebook Live with Brian?
Maureen Catherine says she's going to Spellbound in Hicksville. She's great.
My girl asked me, by the way.
You should write that down. Please write down Spellbound in Hicksville. Write it down now, because in 45 minutes you're going to say,
well, once it's in here.
Oh, stop.
No, you will forget it. You will ask about somebody. Clients. Now, this I have to just say, it's super weird. The same time 15 years ago, these two men, I disqualified them both for being narcissistic, okay? Two of them. 15 years later, they both called this week for appointments. And I said instantly, I know who you are. And they couldn't believe I remembered the whole situation. So ask me, did I take them on as a client? Go ahead, ask me. No.
Did you take them on as a client? Oh, I think you throw that word
former
around
pharmaceutical rep. We learned all about it.
Ring, I don't want my belly up, but I'll be ringing
ladies,
that bell off.
Sometimes it's not even as important how many great quality people we have. It's the fact of the people that we don't have because of being narcissistic. But isn't that kind of interesting that 15 years later, they're still where they were then, still trying to weasel their way in? No.
And if they were nice and you did accept them as client, but if they were nice and you accepted them as a client, they would be happily
but I can't
married
do that with a narcissist. So.
All right, so please write down Spellbound in Hicksville, because I know in 45 minutes you're going to say, what was that name? Was it Bouncing Balls in Plainview? That's what it was, right? Hello, Bouncing Balls in Plainview. I'd like to make a hair appointment for tomorrow.
My girl asked, so how's your friend Maureen doing? Boy, I haven't seen her in a while. And I was like, oh, burn. I got to tell her that you found someplace else. I will remember. Did you get my I Dream a Genie joke of the last Friday Facebook Live, you know? Yeah, like how I didn't show up, but then I show up, I pop up all of a sudden.
Yes.
Okay, so my answer to that table manners joke is, not joke, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Question is, again, it is a joke.
Joke.
If you're out with someone, if you're in your 20s and a person has poor table manners, fine, you could teach them. If someone is open to learning, that's okay too. If you say, hey, stop eating with your mouth full in front of me, you're embarrassing me, and they're like, whoa, what you talking about? And they have a mouthful of food as they're saying it, they're never going to change.
Spaghetti is coming out.
Blue cheese all over the shirt. No, it's not me.
Well, that's you.
Someone else, but it's not me.
Eating
so I haven't had
wings,
chicken wings
like dripping
since
down.
I started my diet 5 years ago.
But But you can have blue cookies.
Okay, so
why don't you have
as
2 chicken
I'm
wings
at the
instead?
pharmacy picking up my diet pill, because I went 2 days without the diet pill. So that's another reason why I went off the diet wagon. As I'm picking up the diet pill, I said, can you ring these up for me too? To the pharmacist. As she's prescribing a diet pill. Okay, next question. Yes.
Remember the time we went to Beefsteak Charlie's about 30 years ago?
And I was crying because the chicken wings I got the hottest ever. And you go, oh, stop, it's too much. I'm like, why? I love it. Is that what you're going to say?
You continued to eat. Yes, that you were, tears were coming down your face, as, eating those hot chicken wings.
See?
It's like, well, stop. No, you love it. Anyway,
I have this crazy-ass memory. I don't know what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I remember the weirdest, craziest things from years ago. Which, by the way, I can't eat any more spicy foods like that, but Brendan and Ryan have the hottest sauces with their chicken wings, and Ryan, who also works for us full-time, and people get confused if I'm saying Brian or Ryan, because they both work. But people can't. They're like, who? Brian or Ryan? Anyway, Ryan told me this morning he made his own hot sauce. That's my boy. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
Good.
What do I want to drink?
If you could move anywhere tomorrow, all expenses paid, where would you go? That's one of those questions you see on Facebook all the time. That I just have to do.
No matter the stupid test. And they're just doing this so they can get all of my private information. And just put in the last 4 digits of your credit card. Right. Okay.
But you just have to be told, oh, you look like a princess today. That's what you're really looking for.
Okay.
Oh,
remember
you're gorgeous.
Remember how I have a shopping addiction. Okay. So does Brian. I'll admit it. Are you going to admit it?
Shopping, not so much anymore. I used to put myself in credit card debt like no man's business. Now that I'm retired and I just get my 401k money, I have no credit card balance. I mean, I have a balance, but I pay it off every month. And that's one of the good things Brian has taught me, because he was really good with money, and he would show me his bank account, and it'll be like, it's some crazy number, like, oh my God, how'd you get that? He goes, well, I don't let myself get in debt. So he really has taught me a lot. So anyway, I do spend a lot. I do spend a lot in the grocery store, but it's still within my budget.
Okay. Now I have my shopping addiction mode on. Okay, so anyway, I don't believe in credit cards either. I only have my debit card. So that hasn't stopped me from being a shopaholic. Okay, again, I have no debt. Using cash.
Yes, but all the clothes you buy are black.
But
so it's like all the same.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Everything
I have
you
this
own
new
is in
thing
black.
with the bags. I've always had an addiction to my favorite brand pocketbooks, and I used to get them from all different places. People would give them as gifts to me because they know I collect them. And as I mentioned last week, someone hooked me up with the best lady who sells the pocketbooks that remember I told you the manufacturers say, oh, this isn't perfect, and they're very high end. So, all right, say Chanel. So they don't have a an outlet store. So I guess she gets them and she resells them. And I made a comment because she's scary. Okay, there's a reason for this. Okay, so I said she's frightening. Now, that's just a term I use teasingly, like, everything scares me. It's a joke. Okay.
Yes, anything out of the ordinary does scare you. Yes.
All right. So anyway, so I mentioned that last week that she was frightening, and Brian took it as that I was saying she was unattractive. Now, that's not what I meant. I meant that she's frightening looking because she just has a frightening face. No, that doesn't mean that I'm not saying she's unattractive. And I actually admire the fact that she doesn't wear a stitch of makeup and she doesn't do her hair at all. Okay, I like that. So I just said she's frightening looking because she doesn't smile, blah, 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 blah. So when Brian said that, we had this conversation. And remember I said she's probably going to get a ton of business from this, right? So last night I put her on makeup, hair down, cleavage like this. And I'm like, oh my God, it had to have gotten back to her. All of a sudden she's pretty.
Oh.
So anyway, just wanted to share that.
Okay, so getting back, reel you back in, and I wish I had my bell handy, but I didn't bring it in here. I could easily get up and go get it. If you can move anywhere tomorrow,
I'll go to Texas.
Where would you go?
To be a snowbird with my brother, Brian.
Yes, it's very close to the water as well. It does have the Long Island feel, and all the shopping, any kind of shopping you could possibly want.
You know, by saying that, I'm going to get tickets tomorrow.
Shopping and food, and we tried a new Mexican restaurant yesterday. I said to Brian, let's not this time, the time before the days off. I said, let's every day, like I'm an effing millionaire. I say to him, let's every night go to a new restaurant. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking. Where am I spending this money? But anyway, we did. We wanted to go to a new restaurant, like four days in a row. That new one that we haven't tested. So I said, let's go to that Carrabba's or something. And I thought it was the Mexican restaurant up on NASA. So when he pulls into the thing, I said, this is not what I meant. It was an Italian restaurant. I said, well, you're not going to pass by an Italian restaurant. So we tried it, and it was very, very good. It was like, it was better than Portofino.
Yes,
remember
but
Portofino? Is Portofino
ever since
still there?
That summer that they had a million flies, I could never go back. I have an aversion to that.
Yeah, it was much better than Portofino, and better than better than any of the. Bit my tongue. Better than any of the chains like Piranha, what Panera.
Ryan's bell is me saying
whatever the case, it was really good.
Questions. Because our clients are thinking, so maybe if Brian, because someone made a comment, but I think they were kidding that we're so busy, but yet we can take an hour on Friday Facebook Live. One of our clients actually said that.
Right. Well, this is, you can consider this your
seriously, this is the only break I basically take. So, and everyone needs a break.
Last night we went to
restaurant. Sorry again, please. You say you're done.
No, Does this have
anything to do with what we're talking about, or is it at least the tiniest bit funny, please?
Well, I'm just saying, if you move to Texas, Houston, it is kind of like Long Island, where you have water close to you, all the everything you can possibly need, and the people are awfully nice, and it's fun, but it's very, 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 very.
There was one more
very
I was just going to flip. Any questions?
All right, so if you can move anywhere tomorrow,
I'll go to Texas.
Where would you
go? In one sentence or less. I'm limiting Brian to one sentence. You're turning into Kevin. Our brother Kevin is a whole paragraph for something I could say in 2 words. Kevin and I go swimming together too, so it is very, very funny. He has to have a routine with everything he does, whereas I don't like to waste time, and I have to do it for physical therapy. I don't care how cold it is. I just jump in, do my laps in a row, 8 in a row. I'm up to done. Home. That I can do very quickly. Kevin takes 10 times the amount of time that I do. Okay, good.
Well, he's also, I was going to say double your age, but he's not double your age. He's a lot older than you. Well, no, how old is he? He's
next.
12 years older than you.
Where are you going
to? You didn't ask.
One sentence.
I wouldn't. Actually, today, July 2nd, it's 2 years ago today that I came to Texas full time. So 2 years ago, yesterday, we had that dinner at that restaurant on Sunrise Highway that we wanted to go to that diner.
I don't remember. I'm kidding.
Remember?
After I was saying my great memory. Yeah.
Well, yes. So July 2nd was
Brian's birthday is coming up, ladies. July 7th.
Yeah, on the 7th. And we're going to Key West.
He's going away again, ladies. Clients, are you watching? He's going away again. I haven't gone away in years.
Brian works 3 days. He's off 2. He works 4 nights. He's off 1 or something. He works 3 days. He's off 4. It's crazy. He gets a lot of time. He works a long stretch, and then he gets a lot of time off in between. So that's why. And then every 1 week, every month, he gets a week off.
The other day, I said to.
But anyway, So I would not. Right now, it's 2 years. I would not move anywhere because I'm very happy where we are, and I want people to come to us rather than me moving any.
The other day, I said to Brian, "Are you ready to work?" And he goes, "Well, Brian's going into here. I hear my voice again, just so you know." Brian. Oh, my ring alarm. Let's see who's at my front door. Oh, I hope it's Kevin. Kevin might be thinking we're swimming. Hello, come here, son. See him on there. What, son? He knows we're on Facebook. Okay, I love you. You're my life. So anyway, what? They're my life.
I know, but to constantly say that is so much pressure for a child. For a child, he's like 30.
So the other day, Brian said, well, Brian's going into work at 7 p.m. So I said, great. I work till midnight. Let's work. And Brian says to me, oh, yeah, no, I'm too tired. Then the next day I see on Facebook Live a frightening YouTube video on Brian's YouTube channel, which he's going to ask you all to subscribe to. So please, God, do. So he doesn't take 10 minutes to ask you.
Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. It's Life of B Squared. Life of B, letter B, squared.
I see that it must have taken hours for him to do this stupid-ass Facebook video. And I'm thinking, he just told me he was too tired to work. And there he did that. Meanwhile, I'm working tonight. Go ahead.
Not only did it take hours to do, it took weeks to learn.
That is so
weeks
frightening.
And weeks of every day.
That is the most frightening thing in the world that I just heard now.
But I love taking a speech or Hamlet, like a Shakespeare soliloquy.
Don't quote Shakespeare if you can't even say that word, please. Just don't even go down there. No.
What
word you said after that? Okay.
Soliloquy.
The way you said it before, you pronounced it wrong.
No, I did not.
How long did it take you to?
Looks like you have a tail. Looks like you have a tail.
Yeah, baby girl. Come here, you're my life. Come here, you're my life. Come on, baby.
But yes, it took me many weeks to learn that.
Come on, Buster. Look at my babies. I love you.
Yeah, you need. Tookie is gaining so much weight. We feed her way too much. I'm saying you need to both of them. You need to cut their food in half.
We walk them every morning at 7 a.m.
But you still, whatever you feed them, cut it in half.
Well, actually, last night I caught Buster eating both his food and Bailey's food. Why are they attacking me all of a sudden? Like, I've been here the whole time. Did they just realize now I'm on the front?
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah. I need to take Cookie for a walk after this.
Because I have so much work to do.
I don't know where she is.
I have appointments to do. I'm stressing out because I want to catch up. And thank you, everyone, for being so patient. Okay.
One of the clients must have heard me talk about this. The question is, what's the scariest movie you was shown as a child?
I know what Brian's answer is.
I know what my answer is. It still affects me to this day. Anytime I see a clip or a shot or anything of I can't even say that I can't even say the word. Yeah, that word. I don't like to hear it. I don't like to say it. But yet, Linda Blair is a top-notch animal rescuer. So, if you want to, in California, of course. So, any people in California, get your dog from Linda Blair's World Heart Federation.
Maybe she'll start following us.
Something like that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I love her in the things that she does. But as a child, I told Kevin, my brother Kevin, it was 1974. I was 12. And I said to him, Kevin, I want to go see that movie. And he goes, what movie? No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. He knew what movie I was talking about. I don't want to say the name of the movie. But anyway, he goes, no, I can't. It's too scary and you're too young. I said, oh, please, please. I was relentless. I pleaded and I begged. And finally I wore him down. He goes, all right, I will take you, but you can't tell mom and dad. So we kept it a secret. He took me to the Jerry Lewis movie theater in East Meadow. It was it's not there anymore, but it's by that Modell's in the corner. And he took me and he said, all right, I'm going to take you. But when I tell you, I'll get to that question in a minute, Todd.
Oh, is that Todd Shapiro?
When I tell you, yes, he's asking a question, but I'll get to it after my rant.
Because I eat as we're talking. I love you, Todd. I miss you so much.
He goes, I'm going to lean down and tell you to close your eyes at certain points, and you have to do it. So I agreed. So a couple of times during the movie, he would lean down and say, "All right, close your eyes," and I did. But still, I was frightened to death for the next 40 years over that movie, and it's terrible. I really believe it's an affliction of some kind.
Yes, because her mother was going to be a nun, and she was Catholic, and that was about an exorcism. So of course,
that's
so
probably why I was so scared.
I will give up
even right now talking about it.
Question to hear what Todd said, because Todd, I can't see what you say.
All right, but I also want to say that stuff runs in the family, because I remember Dad showed Brendan and Ryan when they were young kids. He showed them Child's Play, and that Chucky the doll thing frightened the two of them for a long time. And I think, didn't we give one of the kids Chucky, and they were like,
I just realized I do want to answer that question, because Kevin did the same thing with me, that I saw our brother Kevin and my father watching Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and Dracula. And I loved it. It was like an addiction, and I was 6.
Yeah, I love those too.
I asked, can I watch it? Because I got in trouble for eavesdropping. And I said, can I watch it? And Kevin did the same thing. Okay, you can't tell anyone, but, I'll tell you what parts not to look at. So he let me watch it. Right. And it's frightened.
Let's blame Kevin for our neurosis.
It scared the life out of me. It was frightening, but I had to watch it. So anytime it was on TV, I would have to watch it, and I knew every single actor, Bela Lugosi, blah, 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 that played all those roles. And then when my kids were born, I did the same thing. I let them watch it, and Ryan used to recite at 4 years old every actor's name on this. But every Easter, the night before Easter, I would have a dream that I was in the movie theater and Frankenstein was there. So there was something about Easter, and coming back from the dead that associated Frankenstein. And it happened for like 10 years of my life.
Right.
The night before Easter. Doesn't happen anymore, thank God. All right, so what did Todd say? I love Todd.
Right. Side note, a long time ago, I was in therapy, and I told the doctor of this affliction, and I swear he giggled under his breath.
This is what my therapist does.
Before.
What, Maureen? What? Seriously. I think he has narcolepsy.
Yes.
Seriously.
No, he's just bored to tears.
Oh, good.
So Todd's question finally is, what is the best date night movie?
Love that Todd Shapiro.
And he's given you a lot of compliments. You saved his life.
I saved his life.
You look good.
Oh, because yes, he's a success story of mine.
But what is the best date night movie? I would say When Harry Met Sally is the best date night.
That's with Tom Hanks, right?
Close.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Billy Crystal.
Yes. Well, I knew that, but
and
Tom Hanks frightens me to this day. He reminds me of know who.
Why?
I've said it for years. Our neighbor. He always reminded me of him. I can't say who it is. He reminds me of our neighbor. Yes. All right. Anyway.
Our neighbor?
So, great question, Todd.
I don't do that
and that's a good answer. I would say for date night, go over to the girl's house and watch right over there Frankenstein, Dracula, and Wolfman, and she will love you. Oh wait.
And so she'll be like holding on to him, because she's afraid. That's actually a great idea. Show Yeah, show the girl a horror movie, and she'd be all like
ask
clingy
the girl,
to you.
what
That's
is
a great
your favorite
idea.
movie? And then do that. Okay. Thanks, Todd. I love you.
Right. But I would show an old time horror movie. You know, today's
you say
horror
the word
movies
horror like
ones
that
from
one
the
more
70s
time,
and
it
80s
is just
with,
like a chalk on a chalkboard. Nails. Look at this new lipstick I got at Target today too.
You're just as bad as I am with the
Todd, look at my excursion at Target when I got my diet pill, Todd. I asked the pharmacist to ring this up for me too. But then I also got lipstick.
I don't think he's here anymore.
How come you didn't tell me his compliments?
Because I was talking, and you're the best matchmaker in the world. You saved his life. You look great.
That's so nice, especially because I don't look great. I didn't do my hair, but anyway.
But all that stuff is external stuff. It doesn't matter. And also, you know, like with clients and stuff, you know, you got to get out of the idea of this is just me talking, but you know, it's more than an external presentation. You know, how you got to act nice. You got to be nice. You got to have genuine kindness. You know, you open yourself up, you're going to attract so much more in. But you know, think with kindness rather than you know, if something is not if something is not working your way.
That's why he's saying that.
Yeah, you can't. And if something, you know, if you're unhappy with whatever is going on, you know, you got to look at yourself and what you were doing to cause or to be a participant in this way your life is treating you. It's not so much what other people are doing to you. It's what you're doing to allow this to happen. So,
this mean person calling now, listening to you. All right. 3 people that probably want appointments for this weekend. I couldn't pick up, but so. So everybody, and Glenda is making appointments now as we speak. Oh, if this goes off, it's not plugged in, and then we'll just end Facebook Live. So just in case that happens, it might be a sign. I don't have time to plug it in.
Plug yourself in.
Okay, we gotta do it fast. But if we're done, I'm gonna say goodbye now, just in case my laptop ends, because I don't have time to plug it in, and there's so many appointments. I have openings this weekend too. I am going to work the entire 4th of July, because I know every year that for busy workaholics like myself, you need that time just to make an appointment. So I'm happy to do it. We can do it virtually. You could stay home. So call us 516-444-2861 or 1-888-31-MATCH. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is when I first started my own business, that was 16 years ago, okay? It took me 3 hours on the phone with the phone company to come up with 1-888-31-MATCH. Because everything else I wanted, they're like, taken, you know what I mean? Like love, blah, blah, blah. So just everyone wants their free consultation. Okay, next question. And again, if it goes off, goodbye. I love you all.
Do you think it?
And thank you, Brian, for I was giving free time to someone real fast. Free time to help a person because everyone was saying no to her. I also paid our professional photographer to take new photos of her. Told her exactly what to wear. Told her put on some makeup, get your hair done, blah, blah, blah. And she only took the advice on wearing what I said to wear. She didn't do her hair and makeup for the professional photos. Unfortunately, all the guys said no, except for one guy. One guy that went out with her said to me, "Oh, Maureen, she's way too negative." Again.
That's what I'm saying. You have to treat everything with, you know, present the world with kindness, because people are saying no to
our
this
face
particular person, and then they're
yes,
and she blamed you for that negative response.
Is probably the most
and you have to understand
thing that anybody could ever say.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Don't own any of that. That's nothing to do with you. And people reading that really will see through and say, well, that's that person's negative response, negative actions causing these hurtful, words, because, the clients know that you're trying your best and doing your best
to love all of our clients.
do it. And, you're doing it one blue cookie at a time.
What the F does that mean?
I just like to bring up the fact that the blue cookie.
Oh, you made me laugh after that. I don't know how you made me laugh after that, but I do love all of our clients. And Brian, are you going to work at all today or no? Answer your emails of your people that are dying for you to answer them. Okay. Now, are you
all right, I'll go through
all Saturday or Sunday?
All right. So after this, he's working 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I'll wake up.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. So I'll work about 4 or 5 hours tomorrow. I'll go through the emails on my own, see what I can do on my own, and then tomorrow we'll work one-on-one together, and you can guide me a little bit more.
Love it.
All right. So I don't know about I'll
and if
see
any
what I can do
clients are
tonight
watching,
on my
you
own.
heard us.
Okay.
Now, if any of those millennials, how many millennials did you tell me to fire for doing this?
Right. But I could see. Oh, I see how easy it is. All right. So do you think it's how easy it is?
Yeah. I thought you meant the job, because you keep saying it's so much harder than it is.
Oh no! Yes, that's what I mean. The job is so much harder than I ever thought.
My family, when I switched over pharmaceuticals to, I'm going to be.
All right.
I am going to be working at a dating service. My family was disappointed. And look, I love it. What?
Ew.
Do that face.
Anyway.
Who is that, Peter?
Ew. Oh, no, Peter would never make a face like that. Do you live to work, or oh no, we didn't answer the question about
people are gonna hate
working. Is it harder to date on Long Island or New York City? Harder?
Yes,
I would say
because it depends upon what people are talking about. Harder. It is different. The dynamics are different.
Right.
But I do have both offices. And I will tell you, for the most part, I do keep them separate. Okay, I offer them as both, no extra charge, but most people do want to keep it separate because, again, totally different dynamics.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yes.
Because I think my laptop's going to be out.
Do you live to work
I live
or
to
work to live?
Definitely. And look, that horrific, evil review that had me so sad, Brian just said that little paragraph, and look at how happy I am. And I'm thinking about all my clients that I love so much. So.
That's where your laptop would end the battery.
I'm gonna drink some ice cream soup now.
I well,
I've been doing it for like a half hour, and you only notice it now?
It's priceless. Well, you kept showing it, but I didn't notice that you were tasting it.
I love ice cream soup. I don't even need a spoon.
When I had my job of 31 years, and I left it 2 years ago.
Because I live in Texas now. Blah blah blah.
I would live.
Yeah.
No, I work to live. So that's why it was so easy for me to give, to retire and to leave it, and because I only worked to live, that I could,
when people say
do
that,
that.
but
Oh, but I was happy doing
I
it.
know.
I enjoyed it. It was the best
But
job I could have ever found.
Most of our clients all do love their jobs, and that's just because we only take in positive people, even though, again, every once in a while there's a,
So
what?
So you're saying, well, okay. No, yeah, I agree.
If anyone wants to know anything more about my ice cream soup, just let me know. I'll be happy to share, because you can order through Uber Eats and get this within 30 minutes. Go ahead. Cotton candy flavor.
Well, where do you plan on retiring?
Texas, to be with my brother.
Got that answer.
Not all the time.
Or, okay.
No bird.
How did you fare during the heat wave?
Worked in my air conditioning. Next.
Did you? Right. That's why, it's so hot in Texas. Air conditioning is vital. What are your top 5 must-haves?
I ask every single person before I interview them, which Glenda, I have to tell you, love you to death. Glenda doesn't even watch, but okay. Glenda literally forgets every appointment she makes. She's supposed to do the screening process. She does that. So that's the important thing. Setting up the appointment. She's supposed to give the homework. What are your 5 best qualities and what are your 5 must-haves? I've had that system in place for my entire 16 years of owning my own business. I can't even tell you how important it is and vital it is for many reasons. For some reason, Glenda forgets all the time to tell people that. I don't know why. It's just like I don't know. Interesting. Good. You go first.
I would always think that a sense of humor is vital, and also that they think I'm funny. Because if all my jokes go for naught, like they don't think they're funny, like that, I was like, oh no, you got to laugh, even if you have to force it.
Oh my gosh,
you have to laugh.
All right, I have to just say this about a client. I love when I still meet the clients face to face. So anyone can come into the Melville office, okay? Or you can stay home and we can do it virtually through FaceTime or blah, blah, blah. But so last weekend, Glenda was doing the photos in the Melville office. I came in and did interviews in person. And the guy was just trying to be funny all the time. So I made my face like this, look. And he goes, what? And I go, anytime a girl does that face, so when you're making your jokes, and if you ever see that face back at you, shut up, no more jokes. And he was actually very happy that I told him that. And then I dissected his whole personality in 10 minutes and explained to him why he was doing that. And so I really don't think I'll ever have a problem with him doing it again, because now he understands and he is going to be a much better dater. Okay.
All right. In the next minute and a half, what are your plans for July 4th? Okay. Well, you got to also watch. Yes. I hope you're working from home, because you don't want to let the dogs be alone with the fireworks. So I always try to be home for the dogs.
Like, all right, see you, dogs. Come back whenever you want.
That's what we used to do as kids.
No, that was only with our one good dog, Misty. Do you know we had 6 Misties in our lives? My mother would always get a German Shepherd, and she would always name him Misty. Don't you ever think that's weird, Brian?
Well,
mutts.
Well, German
that's
Shepherd.
What I have too. Both of these 2 mutts that were just on me, I went up to North Shore and said, can I have a German Shepherd mutt? And that's what I got with both of them. They're not German Shepherds, but that was only the one good one we had.
I know. That's what they tell you.
He was.
Yeah. Okay, we need to wrap it up.
Yay!
Thanks for the fun. Let's do a thumbnail picture.
All right, that was a crazy face. I did my crazy face on purpose because Brian cheered me up. Thank you. And clients, I love you. I will be working the entire weekend. I am going to be sending out I still have 100 matches to send out now until Sunday midnight. No matter what, I will get them out for every one of you. Okay, so.
And tomorrow, I will work with you, and we'll get everything back on track, and I'll answer all my emails.
All of our clients that love Brian now and Maureen, who he will be answering.
Well, they don't. Yeah, I hope they don't all turn on me
only
for
one
taking
of them
time off of work.
We won't say, but that was so stupid. What you did.
What was stupid?
I know.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I would think that would be an important thing to know. How are you gonna divulge that information? And when are you gonna divulge that information? When do you think it would be better up front with it and then weed out people? Because there are some people that don't care. Some people have a kind heart and don't care. I want somebody with a kind heart. Always. That's my must-have.
For real.
I want a
kind
heart.
Okay, let me close this out. Okay, so everybody, have the best holiday weekend ever. Love you all.
Yes. Have fun. Have a safe
Friday.
and happy 4th of July.
And if you're single and you want someone good-looking and smart and successful that has passed my screening process, call me. And watch our social media. We love you. But boy, we haven't done that in a long time. Whenever Brian and I would talk on the phone at the end. But boy.
Bye.
And we'll scream it.
I gotta go.
But boy.
Just click off.
Love you all.